Well, in this Chad's Living video, I'm going to talk about public transport. That I've probably travelled on nearly 17,000 buses, around about 3,000 trains, as well as a few ferries and aeroplanes in my time. And yes, a little bit of that is about the environmental impact, and it always has been. I think even before we started talking about things green, I knew that buses and trains were better for the environment than cars were. But actually over the years it's been a lot more than that for me, and I think it's got a spiritual aspect to it. If you asked yourself what St. Chad would do to get around the diocese nowadays, I mean, the story is of him in those early centuries walking alongside his horse, getting to know the people in the patch to which he was beginning to belong. But I reckon there's a good chance that if he was doing it all again today, he'd be doing it on bus and by train, because that's where people are to be found nowadays. And for me, there's something really rich and really relational about getting around this diocese and around my home territory, which is Birmingham, by public transport. You're with all kinds of different people. You never quite know what sort of encounters you're going to have. And actually there's a lot of opportunity for conversation and for joyful moments and for watching people being together in different ways. Sometimes it emerges as a kind of chaplaincy. There is one bus driver who I've got to know quite well in the last couple of years, with whom I've built up a quite strong relationship. When I see him, I know that we're going to be talking around some of the more challenging things that he's going through in his life, and it feels good that he's got somebody who is not connected to anybody else he knows, that as soon as I get on his bus he can have a bit of a chat about that as he's driving along. But sometimes it's just being with the people as the city pulses and the commuters pour into town. And often that's a very good time to pray as well, and to pray for the people around you. I find it a very imaginative form of prayer, to look around the bus and to imagine the different kinds of lives that are going on around me, and to ask God to hold those people in hope and in his love. And I think that trains me as well to look for the best in other people. If I was going to encourage you to try to do the same, there are two things that I'd say. One is, people have an idea about public transport and buses especially, that it's somehow kind of dangerous or risky. Well, in those 17,000 bus journeys and the many train journeys that I've had, I don't remember a single bad encounter. They're also nowhere near as hard to use as they used to be. Very easy nowadays to work out when a bus is coming, whether the bus is going to take you where you want to go. So I think it's really a possible way of getting around now, and easier than it ever used to be. Give it a try.